is a transformative voice in the future of cancer care, a leader who brings science, strategy, and deep human purpose together to redefine how the world fights cancer. For years, he's advanced precision oncology, championing treatment that is not generalized but uniquely tailored to each patient's genetic and molecular profile. And as CEO of Iylon Precision Oncology, he leads one of the most forward-thinking teams in the field, ensuring life-saving innovation becomes accessible, personal, and a truly global impact. Please welcome John A. Tarantino to the stage.
My enemy is cancer. And the enemy of my enemy is precision oncology. Precision oncology doesn't treat a patient's tumor in a traditional way, one that focuses on generic chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, or other treatments for the type of cancer a patient may have. Precision oncology is different, very, very different. It's a personalized approach to cancer treatment. It identifies and it targets the specific molecular alterations that are the drivers of that particular patient's cancer. Precision oncology reviews and analyzes the patient's genome information and all the available information on the specific tumor in the specific patient to determine the precise treatment that will be most effective for the treatment of that tumor in that patient, not some other patient. Precision oncologists come up with a plan to help ensure that the patient gets the best treatment possible. How does that happen? First, there's genetic testing to analyze a patient's tumor or blood samples to identify genetic mutations, as well as other molecular markers. Second, there is molecular profiling, which helps to understand the unique molecular characteristics of the patient's cancer. These include specific mutations, gene expression patterns, and immune responses. Third, there is targeted therapy, including drugs, radiation, and other treatments to specifically target the identified molecular alterations, as opposed to more traditional chemotherapy and radiation that may affect healthy cells, cause the patient to be exposed to unnecessary toxins, and may require other medications to lessen the oftentimes drastic side effects. Fourth, there is regular monitoring and adjustment. The patient's response to the treatment is monitored and adjusted as necessary based on the molecular changes that occur. Now, all of this provides more effective and targeted treatment that is almost always less costly to the healthcare system and to the patient, exposes the patient to fewer toxins in treatment, and leads to greater chances of better patient outcomes and quality of life. Peer-reviewed studies support the validity and value of precision oncology. Researchers know its value. Medical oncologists know its value. Radiation oncologists know its value. Surgical oncologists know its value. Hospital and healthcare providers know its value. And most importantly, patients and their families know its value. Now we all need to make insurers not only know the value of precision oncology, but require them to cover it for reimbursement. So precision oncology will not only be available to the rich, but to all, including the poorest of the poor. A tumor doesn't discriminate based on wealth. It attacks all, rich and poor, ruthlessly and relentlessly. Cancer is the enemy of us all. All countries are attacked by cancer each day. The people of all countries are affected by cancer each day. The people of all countries die from cancer each day. Their families mourn for them each day. It's a vicious cycle of pain and fear and death. And the treatment of cancer is economically devastating to many. Please help me to end this vicious cycle and lessen the economic devastation. Now, the major countries of the world, including the United States, Russia, the EU countries, India, Pakistan, Israel, the Middle Eastern countries, they spend more than $2.6 trillion each year on their defense and war budgets. That money is supposed to be used to protect against enemies. We know that some are real and some are imagined. Now, we pray every day that wars will not come. And perhaps in some way, these defense and war budgets may be considered prophylactic ways to prevent wars. Maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. But what I do know is that trillions of dollars are spent on enemies that may or may not be real, that may or may not attack. We know there is a very real enemy called cancer, one that kills more people each year than all those who die in wars or battles. Many, many, many more. Adults and children, all ages, all races, all religions, all nationalities. Cancer is always, always, always a real enemy, never an imaginary one. If we devote a fraction of what we spent on defense and war to fight against cancer and to support and advocate for precision oncology, which is the champion of us all in that fight, we not only can defeat cancer, we will defeat cancer. There's a saying that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Join me in recognizing what you probably already knew, that cancer is our enemy. And join me in recognizing what you may have learned tonight, and that precision oncology is the enemy of our enemy, cancer. Join me in support and in friendship in the battle against our enemy, cancer. Join me and we will defeat cancer together. I spoke of the severe economic consequences of cancer treatment. Precision oncology is very effective. It works, but it's expensive. The poor cannot afford it. And so Iylon Precision Oncology said, that is not right. That is not just. And so we formed Iylon Foundation, the charitable arm of our company, in 2023 to provide precision oncology services to the poor for free. We needed substantial funding to do that. I gave the vast majority of my wealth, and our major funder Barbara Pepito, is here tonight. She also believes in this mission. I want to thank her on this global stage. And when you meet her tonight, please thank her as well. She's an amazing person, one who is making an enormous positive difference for all. I also want to thank my colleagues at Iylon for supporting me. Dr. Sanduri Mani, the founder and chief science officer. Dr. Matt Hadfield, our chief medical officer. Greg Mercurio, our chief business strategy and marketing officer. Chris McGinn, our chief of nurse navigation services. Nicole Benjamin, our outside general counsel. And my administrative assistant, Paula Vargas. You all do amazing work. Finally, I hope as many of you as possible will join us. The battle against cancer is a life and death fight. We need you. I need you. Be the enemy of my enemy. Be my friend. Thank you.